Gemini, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac channel. Gemini, this is your love reading for the next 7-ish days. So it is timeless. Please do watch your videos, the videos for your rising moon and Venus placements as well. And I do have a second channel, it's Tana Tarot Pick a Card channel. Link in the description box below if you want to come on over there, check it out, and subscribe as well. What is up for Gemini the next 7-ish days in love? What is up for Gemini? All right. Gemini. We have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Magician, and the Star, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Cups, with the Ten of Cups here. Let me see here. Sorry, Gemini. I got a dog outside and it's cold, but he's just having a blast. Okay, so Gemini, your energy. You know, this is the second time that this has happened today while I'm doing these readings. Usually I'm like you, them, you know, messages from spirit, outcome, but I feel like this whole thing is about you, Gemini. I feel like as far as love relationships go, with the Ace of Swords, you're in a period right now, now is a time for you, Gemini, of discovering your truth. And what I mean by that is I feel like you may have wanted a specific kind of relationship because that's what one does. You know, don't know what decades you were raised in, but maybe it was expected. Well, that's what you do. Either you get out of high school and you get married and you start a family, or, you know, depending on the timing of the family, you go to college, you get a job, you get settled down, you start a family. It always includes, though, like getting married and starting a family, usually. Kind of the old school thing, right? I think you're really working on getting yourself solid. Like you're telling yourself, look, I've been in relationships where I counted on other people, where I trusted other people, and I was always let down. Now, and you know, not necessarily a pessimist, not thinking that it will happen again. Been learning, working on relationships, learning a lot. But I feel like I need to get myself in a position where it's okay. And here's what I mean by that. The strongest relationships that I've seen, that I have observed, have been those where the people are, you know, so I'm a woman and have had a lot of female friends, so I'll use an example. Back when I was really insecure and not sure how to have a good relationship, and somehow attracted, not somehow, but with my low vibe, attracted low vibe relationships, people, and experiences. I started working with this woman who, she just had this air about her and I think her mom probably taught it to her, where yes, I will have a relationship with you. Yes, I'll even marry you. I'll have children with you. But, which, you know, I think she had just gotten married when she started work. But her whole vibe was, but I would be okay without you. You would be crazy to cheat on me and lose me. And she didn't have to say anything. She didn't say any of this. But her whole vibe was she valued herself. Really, really valued herself. And you knew that if something were to happen and this, her partner were to cheat on her, or you know, the relationship were to end, she would be fine. She would find another high value person. But it was like it wouldn't happen, because that's not the kind of person or situation she attracts. And her vibe was so high. I hope I'm explaining this well. But that's what I feel like. I feel like you went through so many negative relationships, Gemini. I feel like you went through relationships with people that had options and that were controlling. But that you are working on your self-worth. You're working on being okay with or without anyone. All right. Another message that I'm getting is that you are learning about love. You're learning about setting yourself up securely. Emotionally, you know, like you learn about love, give and take love, you know, romantic love. But you're also learning about setting yourself up securely with, like, you know, love for yourself, love for your life. What's the word? Not encouraging. I don't know, creating and things that you're creating things and giving them attention to things that you're passionate about. Learning what is the truth for you. Like, who am I? What do I want? Going through all these processes. Also realizing that you do have options. Okay? You don't have to do the get married, have the, you know, the wife, the kids, the house. You can have that, but that may not be what you want. You have options. You could choose to be single. You could choose to just date casually. You could choose to have a partner but never live together. Whatever it is that you want to do. But what I really do feel like, Gemini, with the star here, I feel like whatever this dream is that you're learning about, that you're building, that you're healing yourself for, and you're looking at all the options that are open to you, this is a healing thing, a healing process. You're healing the hurt and, you know, everything that you experience from the negative relationships. But you're going through this process where you're going to come out knowing exactly who you are and what you want. And I love this because we have the King of Queens and the Queen of Wands. The King of Queens? Oh, I love that show. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is either you find a partner that you are happy with, that you get married to, or that you have a long-term relationship with, or you date, whatever. But another message that I'm getting for some of you is you find balance in the masculine part of you and in the feminine part of you, where you may have had too much masculine, thinking that you were responsible for everything, that you had to make things work, that you had to do stuff. Maybe you chased, okay? And you're finding the feminine balance of realizing your worth, your value, and sitting back and letting things come to you. Or perhaps if you were too passive, never went for what you wanted, you're finding the masculine balance. But I feel like you're merging your masculine and your feminine. They're coming together, and you're comfortable with both. Like back up here, it's like, oh, you have way too much masculine energy for a woman. You need to do blah, 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 blah. You know, you may have heard, or you may have learned, or you may have decided. Or if you're a male, you'd be like, well, you have way too much feminine energy. You don't take a chance. You don't reach out. You don't try to make things happen. Or you could have way too much, even if you're a male, way too much masculine energy, and like maybe try and force things through, or you know what I mean. But either way, you're finding a balance. The final outcome, the message that we have, is the Three of Cups. It's like celebration. It's like creating a soul family, like friends and family, to remind us that relationships aren't everything. Whatever it is, you're going to end up content, happy. Whatever your Ten of Cups is, you're going to end up with that. Content, happy. I just see you going through learning and healing and balancing your masculine and feminine, and ending up happy with whatever it is that you choose. And you have a lot of options. So kind of going from the pinball in the machine to more directed energy, more like you know where you're going. Kind of love it. So Gemini, a little vague, but kind of a beautiful journey. Thank you so much for joining me. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.